another guy who's a champion and also is different, Charles Oliveira. And now he has his next assignment as he's going to take on Justin Gaethje down the line. What did you feel initially, right? We kind of thought this was the one that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But once it becomes official, what was your first initial reaction?
That it sounds right, right? It's the right decision for the weight class. Charles Oliveira has more than proven that he's the champion. There is no questions. You can't go back to the beginning of his career and think that he's that same man. And we've also seen Justin Gaethje in the octagon with guys like Dustin Poirier, Khabib Nurmagomedov. But the other thing is he's fallen short in those times. Mm-hmm. And so to me, is this going to be a different Justin Gaethje? Is this the Justin Gaethje that can overcome Charles Oliveira, who has become a force whenever he steps in there? And so I'm excited to see, does he make the changes, and has he now reached the championship level?
You know what's crazy for me was when I heard it, RC, I started thinking to myself, I knew this was coming. But when Justin Gaethje's saying things like, if we don't get the fight, we riot, you start to have a little bit of doubt in the back of your mind if it's something that he has heard from the organization that was saying maybe it's not going to happen. But now that it's reality, now that it's the thing, I'm so excited because Justin Gaethje is your favorite fighter, Ryan's favorite fighter. He's everybody's favorite fighter because the dude is in absolute wars every single time he steps into the octagon. But in Du Bronx, you have a guy now who is full of confidence, who has all the skills, and honestly, after the Michael Chandler fight, you know, you go, well, he was about to get beat, and then he come back and he knocked him out. But I think in the Poirier fight, you truly saw who Du Bronx is, and I believe that fight will even give him more confidence going into the Gaethje fight because remember Dustin and Justin, they went, I mean, it was a blood and guts war until Dustin finished him. So Charles Oliveira has to find confidence in that as he heads into this title fight.
DC, you know, you understand the actual styles a little bit more than me, and you know how they'll match up. After seeing Du Bronx against a guy like Dustin Poirier, and even a Michael Chandler, who we've seen Justin Gaethje fight both of these men as well, how do you see this fight actually playing out from a skill set perspective?
You know what's crazy, man, is Justin Gaethje has the ultimate equalizer. He can knock anybody silly. He can knock anybody out. He's got great leg kicks. He's an all-American wrestler, but he never uses it. He only uses it in reverse to stay upright because he's such a savage. Now, this is my disclaimer. Justin Gaethje is my friend. I like spending time with Justin Gaethje. So I'm telling you as a friend that he is a fantastic fighter. He can win the fight. But when you look at skill for skill, you feel like Charles Oliveira is the guy that has more tools at his disposal because he has the jiu-jitsu. He has the willingness to take the fight to the ground because of that jiu-jitsu. And now he has developed stand-up at a level that is on par with anyone in the lightweight division. Now, Gaethje, what he has done has been massively impressive. But Charles Oliveira, man, he gets knocked down, RC, and the dude just gets up and starts stalking like the Terminator. I've never seen anything like it. He doesn't take his foot off the gas. And I think that is what has caused guys so many issues over the course of this title run.
DC, when you look at these two guys, and I've heard you say a lot when talking about great wrestlers that certain individuals are great wrestlers and they don't use it. But in explaining why you like people could like Charles Oliveira, you talked about the multiplicity, right, or the versatility of his skill set, the willingness to use his jiu-jitsu. Obviously, now being a guy who's great at the stand-up too and keeps coming. Do you think the wrestling is something Justin Gaethje can go to in this fight against a guy like Charles Oliveira? Or you think he's going to understand, you know what, I'm going to stay on my feet, I'm going to make this a war, I'm going to make this a brawl, and see if I can bring back some of those old feelings Charles Oliveira has, much like Juliana Pena did against Amanda Nunes?
You know what's crazy, Ryan, is that you believe that it's always in that person, that ability to check out. But what we've seen in Du Bronx is that he is not willing to go back to that place. I don't know what he has done in his mind that doesn't allow for him to go, oh my God, this is familiar. I don't like this. I'm fatigued. I'm going to go home and I'll get him the next time. This dude's won like 12 fights in a row now. He doesn't lose anymore. Something has changed within him that doesn't allow for him to really look for a way out. Now,
Right.
Justin does have the wrestling advantage. But who wants to grapple with Charles Oliveira? This is the greatest submission
You get
specialist
submitted.
in UFC
Exactly.
history, right? Like, so it's like
Exactly.
you really got to pick your poison when it comes to the
Mm-hmm.
approach that you're taking against Du Bronx. Man, look, this fight was supposed to happen in Brazil. I don't know if it's going to happen anymore, but could you imagine if they somehow
Crazy.
managed to make Charles Oliveira defend this title? Brazilian fans are out of their mind, Ryan Clark. I have been in arenas thinking to myself, like, nope, you won't make it out of here if you don't, if you win and act like Kobe Covington did after he beat Damian
Right.
Maia. Bro, the environments there are insane. I don't know if it'll happen there, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But this is a great fight between the two best lightweights in the world right now, not named Islam Makhachev. Not named Islam Makhachev. No, I'm just saying, right. These are the two, Doug. I'm not saying these are the two best lightweights in the world. In the world, Ryan. Not named Islam Makhachev.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.